If you black or Latino, it's time for you to take them pots out the oven right now. If your oven look like this, it's time for you to clean it expeditiously. Because if you haven't heard, this lady found out that there's lead poisoning in the air fryers. And this other lady tested it and it came out positive. I knew there was a reason why they was pushing these things so hard. It's like Google already knew what I was trying to do because they blocked me trying to search. And I'm not an autism expert, but apparently there might have been a link between
Yeah,
lead poisoning.
Yeah, that goes back further back. If y'all go do your research on autism, they say that lead could be linked to autism. So I
nah, I
mean,
don't think that's true to me though. I feel like I
mm,
was born this way. I mean, I don't know. I feel I was born
yes,
that way.
obviously you're born with autism, yes,
No,
yes. But
I
they're
know,
trying to
but
figure out the reasons why. So we
I,
know that red dye
I don't know,
and
man.
lead is one of the main reasons that lead
Like,
a child with autism. I mean, you don't know, but I'm telling you from my research.
oh yeah, that
So
makes sense
for
though.
people
I
that
don't know.
don't know, I want y'all to go out there and do y'all research. I have a son with autism. So yes, the curiosity got to me and I needed to know. I really needed to know, especially to learn how to deal with him and everything. Because I'm saying I'm like, I don't have autism. Dad doesn't have autism. I know that my father has schizophrenia. That's how my brother got schizophrenia. So, but there's no autism. Now I know that there's people from his dad's side of the family that got kids with autism, right? So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna do my research. Well, why is this generic? Is this not generic? No, autism didn't start existing to a certain year. And if you peep at it and start really, kids wasn't really born with autism. And when they started doing their research, certain medications led to, moms having kids with autism. The red dye, well, basically all the dyes, but I think red is the number one that leads back to kids having autism. Basically, you eat and drink stuff with red dye. So the lot of stuff that
probably.
that we eat while we're pregnant, you know, with our kids as women, we have to be careful. Like they want to sit here and stick us with all these prenatal pills and all this stuff, but in reality, if you take care of yourself, I didn't take these prenatals, right? Because in the beginning I did, but I was feeling sick and everything all the time. Like I don't
Mm,
do good
okay,
with pills. I don't do good with medication, right?
okay. Yeah,
But
that
I
makes
was
sense though.
drinking. I was drinking a lot of stuff that had a lot of red dye in it, Kool Aid, fruit punch, all that stuff. Them cravings that I had wasn't good for my son, and I wasn't taking care of myself while I was pregnant. Now I learned this while I was pregnant with my daughter, and it's
Yeah, I guess
crazy.
so.
Three
My
pregnancies
mom
later.
told me though. Yeah, my mom told me though when she was having me, she felt very sick though. She had me when she was like when she had me. I mean, she's pregnant with me. She was like very very sick when she had me or something like that. Like I'm the first one though, so I know there's like complications. But she told me she felt very sick.
Yep, that's why I urge a lot of parents that got kids with autism, don't just go by what people say, because in the beginning, I listened to what a lot of people were saying, and they guided me in the wrong way. I was young having a baby, so yeah. Then I started doing my own research. I got older. I needed to understand. I had one therapist, not a therapist. She was a what you call it? I don't want to say the name wrong. Psychologist. She's not a psychiatrist. She was a psychologist, and she kind of broke this John down for me. And then she broke down the stuff that women eat while they're pregnant that do harm the kids. Like, yeah, we do got to take better care of ourselves. Like here in America, we don't watch the way we eat, our diet, none of that. So it has a big part. It's not something that's how can I say that autism is not genetic. Some doctors will sit here and tell you that it's genetic, but no. Show me the research, show me the proof, and that's what I tell people. So it
Yeah,
goes
I
deeper
guess
than what
so.
we think. It's deeper than what we think. You know that a
Mm,
lot of doctors have
probably
been
then.
censored for actually speaking on these situations and opening a lot of mothers' eyes. A lot of these doctors have been censored.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense though. I mean, for my no, none of my pet. I don't know anyone in my family who actually has it though. I don't think anyone in my family has it other than me though. I feel though. I don't know. They said though. I mean, who knows though? No, but they also say that we're all on the spectrum. It's just the way we show it's very different. Just like me, I'm high on the spectrum. That's what they all say. We're all on the spectrum though.
No, because not everybody has autism. Not everybody has ADHD. Like we all have different problems. Like, see, I just got
Yeah,
anxiety. I got bipolar depression due to my trauma, which is, going hand in hand with my PTSD. That's why I get panic attacks and stuff like that. See, so not everybody's,
I could
situation is
display.
the
Yeah, that
same.
makes sense.
Like,
I could
see, my son
display
has
anything.
autism and he has
Same
depression
with
at the
me.
same time, but
Yeah,
he is a whole different diagnosis.
yeah, I guess so. For
You're
me,
not going to
I
hear.
don't have dyslexia. I don't have dyslexia, but I can display the symptoms. I don't know if I have bipolar or not, but I can display it. I can display anything.
Yeah, yeah, with autism, all the symptoms are displayed. And that's what I be trying to get people to understand. In the beginning, I didn't get it. I was confused. Everything. I was young. I was 17 years old, right? And then when I was, what was it? When I was 19, 19 turning 20 is when I was learning that my child had autism. He was 3. They was diagnosing him. They didn't give him the full diagnosis until he
Okay.
turned
I mean,
12.
you're saying
That's how
that his
long.
diagnosis early. I got my diagnosis when I was 5.
No, he didn't get they didn't give him the full diagnosis until he turned 11.
Oh wow.
So in the
For me
meanwhile,
though,
they were saying he
they
had
didn't know.
ADHD because they
Yeah,
couldn't tell the
no, both
difference.
parents though they actually, they could sense though, like when my mom sent, she told me that she knew that basically I was displaying it though, but they couldn't confirm it, and they had to like wait, and they tried to get it, and basically back then they just said, "Nah, I don't know, they don't know."
And
They said,
that's what they were
"Nah,
saying with my son because when son was born, they didn't have the, how can I say it,
the resources."
Asperger's. They didn't have the diagnosis of Asperger autism. That basically it was only a few, I guess, diagnoses of autism, and basically for you to be diagnosed with autism, you couldn't speak, you shouldn't be able to read, none of that. Then they found out that kids can talk, can do all this type of stuff. They're not limited. That there's different tiers to autism.
Yeah, I'm like high functioning though. I can function
Yeah,
normally. It's just that certain things I can't do independently right now.
that's what my son has. My son is he's in the spectrum on the high part, but he's not high. He's a function. He's, how can I say? I don't know how to explain it. He goes in between two tiers, depending on his mood. I don't know how to explain it. He goes between the two tiers. When he's
Okay.
fine and he's not depressed, you can't even tell he has autism. But when my son is really going through the moods, like the depression, the he thinks that nobody's there for him and all that bullshit, you could really tell the autism in
That's
him.
good.
It's clear as hell.
That's good hypersensitivity. I got that though. I know
Hmm.
how that feels like though.
In certain
Hypersensitivity.
situations, yep, in certain situations, you could tell his autism, not just cuz. So that's the situation with him. So he's like put in the middle of it, but he's got the Asperger's one. So
Okay.
he's highly functionable. His IQ is real high. He doesn't his problem would be more like in a crowd, social. Like depending on the people, sometimes he can't tell the difference between a joke and somebody being.
Yeah. Wait, when you said that, that's true. That applies to me too, literally though. Like sometimes though, when in my home and we have a joke and I feel like it's serious and it's directed and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and I can't tell if it's a joke or not because I take it seriously,
And
take
with
it
him,
to heart.
the humor, the jokes and all that is where he has an issue with people. Like, so his more is more of a social thing. When
Yeah,
he's by
but I have a
himself,
different type of sense of humor, different type of way of joking. I have a different type though. I don't know if I could, that's why though. I feel like I have a different type.
listen, the first time I've ever seen a kid disrespect somebody respectfully back was with my son. I was shocked as hell. And the person got real mad. I'm like, but wait, he spoke to you very respectfully. He just told you he didn't like what you was doing. He didn't appreciate the way you came at him. But he said it so professional that you couldn't even get mad at him. So to
Yeah,
me, it was like I was stuck on stupid. Like, oh shit. And my son taught me something there. Like, yo, you can talk to people respectfully when they disrespect you without having to disrespect them the same way they disrespected you. And I tell
Yeah, of
people this
course. I
time
knew
I
how
learned
to
to move
deal with
on.
someone who's just like me, anyways, though. Like, I think one time, I think it was 2020, and I was in the classroom, and you know, when someone speaks to you in a certain way, it's not that I wouldn't call them out. I just knew you know, I, my whole class was like me, though, and I knew how to deal with them like that, though. I wouldn't say anything back because I know that if I said something back, that I know how it's going to affect them because it's, that's just like me is in a way. So I said, look, I won't say anything and I'll just let, the teacher or staff handle it. So basically I just keep silent though and let everyone else deal with it though and not me. So let them get in trouble for their own actions though. I can't because I knew how to deal with them.
But my son has an issue with there. My son speaks up. He don't know how to stay shut,
I
and then
can speak up though.
he'll stay here and use a whole dictionary on you, and that's where I'll be like, yo, like I'm telling you, like there's no way you can really get mad at him, and people will be like, he disrespected me. I'm like, no, you shouldn't have said what you said. It's sometimes you gotta watch it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you
Right.
do, it's how you do it. And my son is autistic. Like he'll sit here and talk to you so professionally that it gets me stuck on stupid.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I can be like that. I can stick up for myself or I'll speak up a lot. I'll do that though. It's just that though, I just assess the situation and stuff like that. I just know that if someone's similar to me, right? And I knew how to deal with them in a way. Cause look, if you have two people who's the same
If
and
you
I
black or
actually
Latino,
I figure, look, this is how they're gonna get triggered if I talk to them in a certain way, and it's a girl though, basically talking to me. Cause so I just figured, look, if it's like since that person was a girl, and like the way that a girl with that though is kind of different, and the different type of triggers. I just figured, look, man, don't say anything, don't do it like that though, and then pretty much, yeah, that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's how it do be. Like a lot. See, you're not that different from a lot of the kids with autism. You just like you just said, you was just more. How can I say it? You said the word.
Higher
You're
functioning,
highly functional. You're highly functional, just like my son. And at times,
yeah.
people can't tell unless they listening to you, really listening. But yeah, let's listen to what she got to say. But yeah, I just
Okay,
wanted Riaz to understand there's a medical
okay,
point of this, there's a scientific point of this, but in reality, autism is not generic.
okay.
So,
I mean, the only way for it to be genetic is if one or two of the parent actually has that type of thing. So if I had
yep.
children, there's a likely chance that that would be genetic. So I think I was just trying to like, if I had children, that would be genetic. For me to actually have it though, and if both parents don't have it though, then it makes no sense.
And they ask a lot. Like, see, in my family, nope. Now, you could say kids his age, yeah, but anybody going up, you go deep into the roots, none of us had autism. Nobody in his family has autism. Now, our kids from our generation have turned out to have autism.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
asked
crazy
my
part.
parents though. Yeah, both my parents, they actually checked to see if they had any of it, and they said, "No, we don't have it though." So then, just got it, and I got it. My mom's answer to me is just that that's how my creator made me. That's just how it is, though. That's her answer, because she's not worldly. My mom's not that worldly, though. She's more faith-based and stuff like that, so she's thinking beyond everything. She's not worldly, though, so she'll give me that type of answer.
Yep. But yeah, like I just really want y'all to go out there, do y'all research,
Okay.
guys. Like, that's the point of me. I don't watch all these TikTok videos, but I read the titles, like see fake meat and lead and air fryers. Then if you look over here, synthetic meat and lead in our air fryers, nah. What isn't toxic at this point? So I didn't know she was gonna go for the autism, but I'm glad she did. Because that way, a lot of parents have questions. And I want y'all to know, listen, man, don't just go by one opinion when a doctor just tells you this. No, go out there, get a second opinion, get a third one if you have to.
Okay. I mean, there's a likely chance of truth in that. Yeah, I get what you mean, though. I'm just not too sure about it.
Oh yeah, a lot of people aren't, but shit, you got to do your research. Like, especially you that you're going through, you could sit down, you could read articles and stuff like that, and get yourself some opinions.
Okay.
And then you don't take the opinion personally. What you do is you do your own research by what people tell you, and then you come up with your own conclusion.
Okay. That makes sense.
But let's continue. Let's listen to what she got to say. Yeah, because I'm about to get off this jaw in like the next 20 minutes.
Okay. I just recently got up, so I guess that's why I behave like that. But I get what you mean, though.
I couldn't sleep. So y'all see me on this, John. I wanted to react to a video, but that's going to be later on today. So I'm going to see how that works out. But I got to get my day started at 7. So I'm going to be on this, John, for the next 20 minutes. Let's see what she got to say.
Latino, it's time for you to take them pots out the oven right now. If your oven look like this, it's time for you to clean it expeditiously. Because if you haven't heard, this lady found out that there's lead poisoning in the air fryers. And this other lady tested it and it came out positive. I knew there was a reason why they was pushing these things so hard. It's like Google already knew what I was trying to do because they blocked me trying to search. And I'm not an autism expert, but apparently there might have been a link between lead poisoning and autism. Y'all tell me. But that's what
I mean, if y'all go back, yeah, there was for a while a peep. Since the pandemic started, they have stopped talking about a lot of stuff. It's like basically, the pandemic. They
Mm,
barely talk about diabetes and cancer. You barely hear about lead poisoning anymore like that. You barely hear about the stuff that's really going on, but what they want you to hear. And she's not wrong. And certain searches that you make on line, they will sit here and tell you that, it's an error or they can't find this or blah 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 blah. It has happened. A lot of people are having that issue. They don't want you to they don't want you to put this out there, y'all. Like, fuck that. Let's be real with this shit. It's certain shit they don't want you to bring out there. All this stuff really does lead to ADHD and autism. We're not talking about schizophrenia. We're not talking about Down syndrome. But even though there's also, back then there were also rumors that lead poisoning and all that could also lead to, a lot of the mental health issues that people are having. Besides depression, it has been something that, they still haven't figured out if it's generic or not. But allegedly, medically, they say it's, genetically, you hear me? Allegedly, on paper, they say they have proven it. They got so many theories and so many, myths and so many rumors that it's hard unless you go out there and do your research and you connect the dots.
okay.
Google was trying to block me for trying to find out. Oh, and that's not all. I don't know if y'all seen this video, but it was in Spanish. This guy found out that all this meat is fake. That's DeSantis from Florida. They've been selling us fake meat this whole.
Yeah, that's true. They've been selling it. They passed it. Well,
Mhm.
the little submarine and the people just passed away. They passed that little bill where they were selling. Yeah, a lot of people got to stand up and get to the mayor's office and get to these governors and all that. Speak up here in the United States. Stand up, speak up, and fight against this. They should not be like I'm in Philly. If you're in Philly, get the fuck up when they have these mayor meetings and these you see the mayors, the senators, and the governor, and all that, go up there and talk. Let them know what it is that you want them to do, so they can get their asses up and do it. Florida did it. Shout out to the state of Florida. Did you not? They're not allowed to sell fake meats over there. So whatever state, whatever county you're from, I suggest you get your ass up and make it to these meetings. And as we the people, do something. And I'm not saying it as a cult. I'm saying it as what is meant to be. We the people. We put these laws into effect.
Whole time. I didn't know that was fake meat. That looks like real meat. So now DeSantis is signing in a bill or something that as of July 1st, there's no more fake meat allowed in Florida. Thank God, because I didn't even know I was eating.
Them lives that I did with the AIs, the judges, the fake foods and all that. Little if y'all go look at my uploads, I had already started uploading some. And y'all will see if y'all go look up at the upload where I was speaking on the submarine that just sunk and the billionaires that died in it and all that. If y'all will see it, it'll talk about the Titanic and the missing submarine and all that stuff that just recently happened before 2024. I think the beginning of 2024, my bad. Um and we speak on this right here. We talk about the fake meats. That was the distraction they gave us while they were passing them bills and them laws underneath our noses. That's why I keep telling everybody, wake up. I don't just put these videos out here just to put them. I put them out here to bring awareness. That's y'all first stepping stone for y'all to go out and do y'all research. Like I said, the whole purpose of this channel is for us to talk about it, to try to bring solutions to the table. I bring the news, I bring awareness to what's going on, and all we could do is try to bring solutions, try to come together, try to find a way to, hopefully have a better tomorrow or make a difference. Because listen, we can't change everything in one day, but little by little we can start making a difference. But that's up to y'all. I've already started.